Okay, so in this video I'm going to be taking this survey. This is something I made about a week ago. It's collecting feedback about the first Bloodstained Ritual of the Night game and asking fans about what they thought about it, what they might want to see for the sequel and whatnot. I'm just now getting around to doing it myself. A little over 900 people already have, and I greatly appreciate all the input so far. And like I say in the description here, it's going to be shared with 505 and Artplay, and maybe some other people involved as well. But this will be a look inside what I think about the game and what I want to see myself. I'm 35. I identify as a man. Okay, here we go. The truth is revealed. Alright, the gameplay, overall gameplay, I have to say it's at least very good. I'll go with excellent. Character designs, yeah, excellent. Very good music and sound design. I think it could be a little bit better. I think that Yamane is a little bit off of her game with Ritual of the Night, but the Noisy Croak guys are really on target. The graphics quality is between good and very good. I'll give it a very good. Accessibility, UI controls, excellent. Areas levels, very good. Setting, story, narrative, we'll say good. Character customization, not something I'm really into, but I did think it was good. Art direction, say excellent for that. Okay, this is where it starts getting hard, and let's see. I'm gonna rank these 1 through 5 for most, focus, or improvement. Let's see. Definitely this, I'd say. Combat movement is always important. Then playstyle, variety, controls, and customization. Okay, non-gameplay stuff. The results for this so far have surprised me. But let's see. This is kind of it's kind of a meshing together of what I want to see personally and what I think the game needs to be more successful. Those things usually cross over pretty well, but I think, let's see. These two are big. These two right here are pretty big for most people. The character designs are already good. Music and sound doesn't need focus, even though it's already pretty strong. Art direction's already pretty good, so it's going to be number 5. Enjoy each of these features. So this might be controversial, but I actually prefer like the more focused and limited like spell system in the older games, like Portrait of Ruin or the Belmont sub-weapons. Or I'm not big on the monster like magic and the huge plethora of all this stuff where you only use a few things over and over again. I like a more Order of Ecclesia is a good compromise. Portrait of Ruin is a good compromise. Symphony is fine. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the soul system. I would rather it be more like Belmont's or Belnades magic or Charlotte magic or Shanoa stamina system or whatever. Crafting, I like crafting. I'm not a huge crafting fan, but I thought it was pretty good. I love weapon techniques. I lobbied hard for that to be in the game, and I was glad to see it. Familiars, I like familiars okay. I almost want to say no opinion here because I don't really care that much about familiars, but I thought they were pretty good. Mirror's customization, I strongly liked that it was there and it was in depth as it was, but I don't actually necessarily need it. Biggest castle ever. Well, the size of the castle isn't super important to me, but I was glad that they pretty much delivered on that. So strongly like. Choose the main game. Oh yeah, so these are the features that I want to see focused on for improvement, or focused on / improved. Let's see. Granted, what I said about this, like, I guess that would make it lower. Let's see. Weapon techniques. We'll say that, yeah. then crafting, familiars is number 4. Okay, so game difficulty. Playing as Miriam on normal. Let's see. I'd say I was really happy with the difficulty, so I think it was about right. I don't care about the castle really, so I'm gonna say those 2. Okay, this is for like prioritizing the uniqueness of the levels and the map and the terrain and all that versus just how big it is. So we're gonna go with uniqueness there. So this is for art direction and atmosphere. Let's see. I think it's pretty much set to go, and it can't really get much more gothic in my opinion. I don't really care much about horror. I think it's already as horror themed as it needs to be. I love campy. These 2 are like whatever. I don't really need it to be gothic horror, but I kind of expect it to, and that's kind of what we're all kind of looking for, so I will leave that unchecked. And I think the art direction is pretty much fine. Okay, now on character designs. So there's all these categories for all the characters. Miriam, I think Miriam's going to get like 1 game more. And of course she could be these 2 as well. Tagetsu's great. Wouldn't mind having more Julius style encounters with him. NPC is fine too. Dominique, I would like for her to be playable. Important NPC. I can't really see her being boss again, but maybe. I think Jeeble is still alive. I don't think he's actually dead. Johannes. Oh yes, we want Johannes playable. Yes. Important NPC. Boss Johannes. Yes, absolutely. Alfred. I think Alfred is. Is Alfred dead? Probably. Probably Alfred's dead. But in case that he's not, we can have something for him. OD. Yes, absolutely. Bloodless. Can't see Bloodless being an important NPC, but maybe. That's cool. And, yeah. And playable, I could see that in the future. Grown up Anne being the new Sonya Belmont, yeah. Absolutely. Boss Anne. Iga. Do I want to see Iga playable? That would be hilarious, but he would never allow that to be a thing. So we're going to check it. NPC. If we see Iga, that would be pretty funny too. And if Boss Iga is a thing in every game, that would be pretty amazing. New characters, yeah, absolutely. And this is a given. There will be new important NPCs and new character bosses, of course. And guest characters. This is these 2. Well, especially this one is kind of a controversial choice because if somebody's going to say prefer not to include on any of these, it's likely going to be a guest collaboration characters. But I like collabs, so we'll go with that. That's fine. Okay, so the extra content so far. This is rating how much we liked all these. Boss Rush. It's kind of weird how it's split up into 2 parts, right? I kind of get why they did that. It's a little bit strange, and it does give you the 8-bit, 16-bit coins and all that, but that threw off some people. I think it was still okay. It was functional as a boss rush, but I'm not a huge boss rush fan in general anyway. Speedrun mode, I hardly ever didn't. I didn't do much with, so I can't really say. Randomizer, I think, was really good. Surprisingly well received, considering they had to cancel the roguelike for Randomizer 2 and be a thing. Classic mode I love. Classic mode is amazing. Zangetsu mode, I liked it. It's like a more of a Richter mode type thing, kind of simple. It is really fun cheesing all the enemies with the invincible quarter circle forward move though. Bloodless mode I think is stronger than Zangetsu mode for sure, because there's just more of a Metroidvania progression and has more of a unique touch to it. Boss Revenge is weird. It's really hard and it has like a steep learning curve, but it's an interesting idea, and I was impressed they followed through with it as well as they did, because I had no idea how that was going to work, but it seems to be it's a thing. It's functional. If I could add one thing to the sequel, what would it be? Curse of the Moon 2 Dominique. Or a good church person. Obvious Who is answering? Okay, if you could fix one thing for the sequel, what would it be? So how meta do I want to be on this? Like inside the game or outside the game? Because obviously we all want like a better Switch launch for the next game. We want like I don't know, maybe a smoother development cycle with less hands involved and switching of hands and all that, you know. There's a lot you could say here for outside the game. Inside the game, let's see. I would say more of a Hunter Belmont style character with sub weapons. Yeah, and spell system instead of monster abilities. Yeah, so kind of like all of the games that don't have the soul system. Those characters, like I was talking about earlier. Any other feedback or comments you may have? Well, let's see. I think music was strong, but I would like to see more energetic rock melodies, and let the noisy croak boys run wild with that. We don't necessarily need Yamane at this point. I don't want to say this without sounding like we're too mean, but I mean, the game, the project, Bloodstained as a whole, I think it already is, and it will become more than just the names attached to it. And we can't keep, kicking the can along with the same people and forcing them to work with us over and over again, especially if they're not really into it themselves anymore. In my opinion. Okay. But if she does still want to be on board and puts her heart into it, great. How did I find the survey? Well, I made it. Hi. I guess that's it. And this is the first time I'm actually seeing the the closing page. So yeah, that was my survey response. And if you've done this yourself and you're seeing me do it, you can also edit your response. You can go change anything. I'm gonna leave it open for about at least another week. There's a contest going on right now on the Discord where you can try to predict some of the answers for free copies of Bloodstained games. So, interested in that, go check out the official Discord. And we've already got some winners, actually, and it's gone over pretty well. We've actually remodeled the Discord here recently as well. It's really neat. We've got some new roles for people and remodeled the channels and all that, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, that's what I thought. Those are my honest thoughts on Bloodstained and the sequel. And I hope you enjoyed, and go ahead and take it. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right.